Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. It is Friday morning here inside the Philippines. I thought I would do a short update video to give you some information on some of the changes that have been going on here in the Philippines, specifically in our area right here, especially concerning the COVID-19 situation that we have here, as well as some of the work that I've been doing here in the backyard over the last few days. I have not been idle, and some of the things that I am planning on doing in the near future as well. Now, with that being said, let's get today's episode underway. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Well, anyway, as you can probably see, everything is so green and lush back here in the backyard right now. And a lot of the reason that the grass is green is because I've been doing a very aggressive attack on both trying to do some fertilizing and making sure we have plenty of water, because we have been in a sort of a drought for like 4 months here now in this part of the Philippines. Almost snow, no measurable rain until yesterday. And what happened yesterday? Well, you remember in January we had a volcano eruption. Then, you know, at the end of January and up until today, we had a pandemic. And then after the pandemic, well, that's still going on right now, we are currently in a situation of a typhoon. We have a typhoon that's going through. As a matter of fact, later on this afternoon, this is the morning here on Friday. Later on this afternoon, the typhoon should be about as close it's going to get to our area right here. Now, the cone on the map doesn't put the main forces of the wind in our area right here in this part of Luzon, but it's close enough that we're going to get lots and lots of rain for several days, and we're getting some winds. As you notice over my shoulder right here, I normally have all the umbrellas open, giving us shade on the back porch and on a project that I'm working on directly behind me right here. But I had to close all of the umbrellas because the wind was so bad. I didn't want it to destroy the umbrellas. So we're getting much needed rain from the typhoon, and what's going to happen, we're going to get a lot more, probably more than we really wanted, because the way it works in the Philippines is when typhoons go along, they skirt or go through the center of the Philippines, but as they approach towards the north, their direction is sort of like it is on the in North America, specifically the United States. When all the hurricanes go along the Atlantic seaboard, the land on the east side of the United States, it goes north, then it goes back out to the east again and pushes away. Well, it does the same thing here in the Philippines. It normally comes up around the Philippines, then at some point it shoots north and goes back to the east again. Well, that condition, what that does, that pulls a lot of moisture from the western side in the China Sea, or whatever that big body of water is between us and like Malaysia and that portion. What happens is it pulls that moist air in, and during this time of year it causes a condition called a monsoon. So we're expecting monsoon type of water conditions, water, rain, precipitation to come down here in the next few days as a result of this typhoon that we have right now that's going to the north and then eventually to the east. Now, a quick update that I wanted to do that has to do with the COVID-19 situation around here. As you know, we've been under enhanced community quarantine for quite some time now, and it's a very strict quarantine. And basically, the only thing you can do if you have a barangay pass, you can do some shopping, some grocery shopping under certain strict conditions twice a week. Ours are Wednesday and Saturday that we have, where we can go into the city of Lipa. We can't go into other cities around here, but we can go into the city of Lipa and do grocery shopping on Wednesdays and Saturday. Well, just like many other countries are doing around the world, once they have some type of statistics that show that they don't have an aggressive amount of new cases, and it shows that the quarantine is effective in holding, maintaining, or dropping the amounts, they go to different conditions, and that's exactly what they've done here in this part of the Philippines. Now, starting tomorrow's Saturday, I believe, it's on the 16th. We are going from the enhanced community quarantine, which is very, very strict, to something that's called the general community quarantine. It's still kind of a strict type of a quarantine, but it releases some opportunities for some businesses to open, just like they're doing in different parts of the country or other countries, as well as some other conditions are being relaxed just a little bit. I don't have all the specifics because what I downloaded, there was some generalization in there, and I don't want to be misquoted. So before I actually put what all the changes are, I want to have all the facts in front of me. But there is a change, and it's a change for the good. Normally it's an indication that your first line of defense against the COVID-19 has been successful. So I'm hoping that that's the case, and we're moving on with this just like a lot of other countries are doing as well. Third thing I want to talk about today is what I've been working on here in the backyard. Remember, we started the other day, we did the episode on sculpting landscaping inside your backyard. Let me show you what has been accomplished over the past 3 days back here in the backyard. Now, as you remember, we cut out this little island right here. We removed the grass. Remember, we normally had the 3 trees here, and I moved some of the strawberry plants from that portion over there, half of the raised bed garden, to this area here. Well, we had so much sun, and I added just a little bit too much of the composting material inside here, and it kind of knocked out a lot of my strawberry plants, but they're going to come back, I assure you. What I'll do is I will cut all these little dead leaves off right here, and you see the little growth that's inside here. We'll have new spurts of strawberries growing on this island right here. But the second thing that I worked on that you didn't see over the past few days is I've been working on this island as well. So you see, it's already sculpted out. It already has the composition of the soil and the compost mixture that's made of rice hull and chicken manure. It's all mixed up inside here, and forensic evidence right there tells me that there's a little black dog that's been running through this back garden back here. You should have seen my raised bed garden over there, all the forensic evidence that I found. So we're gonna have to take that little black dog to doggy CSI court or something like that and see what we can do about that. Nah, just joking, joke long. So anyway, the object that I want to do today, if the rain stops, because it's drizzling right now and it's been raining all morning, is to start transferring some of the strawberry plants from here over to that island over there. Now, I made a mistake when I put these strawberry plants in over here. I removed most of the soil, because I just pulled up the strawberry plants, and most of the soil off of the roots fell off. You should never do that. Whenever you transfer a plant, you should allow the cluster of soil to stay embedded on the roots and then transfer it to another location, whether it be a bigger pot or a different location. So all of those, that's another one of the reasons why most of these strawberry plants are in shock. What I'm planning on doing today, I don't know if you can see the rain coming down, but it is raining. If I can take these, keep the clump of soil on it, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer a lot over to this island over here. And I think we'll have a very good success rate of immediately them staying in this nice healthy condition, like you see these strawberry plants over here. So I just want to show you also, working over here, I got my pepper plants. I got several pepper plants, chili pepper plants planted here that were on the back porch that I was babying, that I grew from seed. We have we have our pawpaw tree here that's eventually going to go somewhere in the yard. This is going to make that beautiful pawpaw tree with beautiful fruits once I get a companion pawpaw tree to go with this. I don't have that yet. I got a few other things. This actually isn't a citrus tree. This is the same as the tree over in my neighbor's yard over there. But it looks cool, and I'm just allowing it to grow. And I have some papaya inside here. These are red lady papaya. In the garden, I have the cantaloupe, or what they call melons here, melons. I've got those spaced. They were all clustered there. Yesterday I moved them out, 24 inches spacing in between each one of the plants approximately, so they have some room to grow vine. You can trellis both watermelons and cantaloupe or melons. You can trellis them up if you had a trellis here and you put a little netted bag underneath to hold them, but I don't have that in place right now. I don't know if you can see, you see these little connectors right here. What they do, if you have a trellis, what they'll do, these will wrap around just like what happens up here. They'll connect and they'll stabilize the plant on a trellis or any type of a netting. And over here we have watermelon. We have watermelon also spaced at 24 inches. And I always use, from my clippings, from cutting the yard, I use my clippings as a little bit of mulch bed on the top to help reduce the evaporation of the moisture inside the soil, and it also acts as a great nitrogen help to the soil as it mixes inside there. It breaks down very nicely. Now back here I moved my cucumber. I got my cucumber plants over here, cucumber plants here. I have more of the magic green beans. You know, these magic green beans that I showed earlier in today's video. And I've been harvesting every other day. I've been harvesting about 10 or more of these long pole beans. I think they call them sita. I think that's the name of them here inside the Philippines. But we call them pole beans or green beans in the US. And they come as different varieties as well. You can see all of my dragon fruit are growing quite well here. The dragon fruit doing great on all 4 posts, as well as pineapples doing really good here. Everything's doing great, and this pineapple is getting bigger, and the shoots, the little suckers underneath, we'll be cutting off those as soon as they get about 6 inches, and we will be planting those so that we have a future pineapple population in a garden, either in this garden or maybe another garden that we'll establish. We're also, I don't know if I told you, I don't think I did. So we have this island here, we have the island here. We're also going to fill this area back here. This is going to be almost like a raised bed garden too, but with plants, really attractive plants. But we're gonna use this, we are going to mingle vegetables along with very decorative, aesthetically pleasing plants in this area right here as well. But everything is doing great. I had to actually clip, this is a cashew tree. This cashew tree was growing so big, I had a big piece over on this side. I don't even see where I clipped it. Oh, back here. But it grew way over here. And it's very important when a seedling is young to go ahead and start pruning it back properly to the shape that you want. So I did that. You see the jackfruit tree doing amazing here. The mango, the Indian mango, doing great right here. Everything, even this avocado doing great right here. And let's see, oh, and the avocado, remember the avocado we put on the back porch? It's actually starting to kick back in, and I think we're going to get leaves on it very, very soon. Oh, I want to show you something else. I want to show you this calamansi. The calamansi is doing absolutely awesome. So many blossoms. We have lots of the calamansi already starting right now, but the blossoms, we have so many blossoms everywhere. You don't notice it quite as much. The fruit, little tiny fruits are inside there. I don't know if you can see those, but there's probably at least 100 of them all over this calamansi. And the shape of this calamansi tree is doing great. I love when a calamansi, or any tree, has a very nice defined trunk, and you have very nice distributed branches off of it. That's very nice. Unlike this little tangerine. This is called a mandarin. This is the mandarin that used to be on our back porch inside a pot. But the mandarins are actually coming out. You see all these? It did fine. It did fine with this moving over to this spot back here, and we're starting to get lots. But what I'm going to do, since this is a crazy, they should never be crossing. The trunk should never be crossing. I'm going to get some bamboo back here, and I'm going to start training. I'm going to try to train this so it's actually a better defined vertical type of a main trunk that goes off of there. I don't know. I ignored this too much on the back porch. I didn't really do anything with it, and I think because of its location back there, it kind of got all kind of crazy and tangled. But it's an interesting plant. Oh, I had to jump back here inside the Bahaikubo. The rain, just one cloud just opened up so big, started coming down. So I got saved by the Bahaikubo back here. It's great having a Bahaikubo in the backyard for moments just like this. I got to thinking just now that, oh, while I'm in here, what am I going to do while I'm waiting for the rain to stop so I can get back to work? Well, there's something I can do. I can do a belated birthday shout out. I have one that's, I haven't done a video in a few days, so I need to do a catch up. And the belated birthday shout out for today goes to the Asawa of Mindy Malakas. Mindy Malakas' husband, her Asawa, his name is Tom Baker, and he celebrated on the 13th of May, he celebrated his 63rd birthday. So a little bit of information about the couple. The couple actually have a house. They have a house back in Bel Air, Maryland. They also have a house here in the Philippines. And I'm probably going to butcher the name of this. Bauan. B-A-U-A-N, I think is the spelling. Bauan. Tell me if I got that right, Mindy. I don't know. Anyway, so they share the time between the two residents in Maryland, in the U.S., and over here in Batangas as well. So anyway, I wanted to make sure I got in your belated happy birthday. So anyway, happy birthday, Tom. All right, well, that's about it for today's episode. I told you it was going to be a short episode just to give you kind of an update, let you know that I'm still alive and well here, give you some of the updates on what's going on with COVID-19, with the change from ECQ to GCQ, some of the things that are changing inside the backyard back here. And oh, by the way, and the Typhoon, also the Typhoon. We'll try to do updates. But if you have family in this area right here, and maybe you're a OFW, an overseas foreign worker from the Philippines, who has somebody, rest assured right now we're in good shape. If you're on the western portion of Luzon, the island of Luzon, which is the northernmost island, most of the damaging winds from the current typhoon that's going through here is going to be all the way over on the east coast, and maybe if you have family members in Manila, because you got to realize the elevation in Manila is so low. It's only a few meters above sea level at that point, so they always have things like flooding. So it's in our hopes and our prayers that those people aren't quite as affected by this typhoon going through, but you never know. Any updates I'll try to present in the next episode that we upload. So what was I trying to get to? There was something I wanted to talk about at the very end. Oh yeah, I wanted to thank all of those folks who have been sending in comments and emails, especially for the episode that we did where we showed the subdivision right here. We did a drone overview so you could get a good grasp of the layout of our subdivision right here, and you could see what lots are available, because we are going through a growth over on this phase right here where we built Villa Feliz. Villa Feliz has newly opened up within the last year, where almost every lot is sold in phase 1. Phase 2 is now opening up, and they are selling lots over here. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to give visibility for those of you who are eligible to purchase lots inside the Philippines, purchase property in the Philippines, that if you're interested in this area, you have visibility on that as well. And I will tell you, we've gotten a very big response, and thank you for those who have emailed me. I've connected you with the preferred agent, the agent that actually sold us our lot here, where Villa Feliz is actually built. But we will soon have some new neighbors here. We have right across the street from us, we have a Canadian that's going to be building, hopefully as soon as this COVID-19 thing is out of the way. They're working on the house plans right now and should start construction maybe end of this year, beginning of next year. Of course, at the bottom of our lot right here, they are going to be resuming construction very soon, with some of the restrictions being released for some of the quarantines that we have around here. So they'll be starting. We'll get back into that. We have a playlist called Home Bills, New Home Bills, I believe is what the name of it is. I don't even know what my own playlist names are. But we will continue where we left off on that lot. And that's Ainsley and Fem's house at the bottom of the hill right here, with builder David Brooks, who's actually doing the construction there. And then we've had so many inquiries, and actually people are in the process of purchasing some lots right around. So this empty, very empty area of our subdivision, in the next few years we are growing. We are going to literally have a community over here, and thanks to all of you from all over the world who are interested and are working with a sales agent and securing lots over here. I think we have people from Switzerland, more people from Canada, let's see, just many different places that are voicing interest in some of these lots around here. So thank you for your interest, and thank you for allowing me to facilitate that as well. Oh, well, now I noticed that the wind is picking up and it's starting to rain again. So this will give me an opportunity to go inside the house, get this video edited, upload it not too soon as possible, and then once we get another break, I plan on being back out here and putting those strawberries down in the new island. Well, thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you found it interesting, informative, and possibly entertaining. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, please click on that little MPID Dream Heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right, and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.